Hi, Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I'm coming to you from my home office outside of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Let me ask you a question. Have you hit a wall in your business? Well, stick around, because on this episode of The Doctor's End, I'm going to share with you a key breakthrough that I had last night that helped me overcome a huge wall in my business. So stay tuned. Today I'm going to share with you about how to overcome the walls that happen in your business. But I want to start with some good news and some bad news. The good news is that you're always going to have walls in your business. Bad news is you're going to have walls come up in your business. It's how you respond to those walls that come up that are going to determine your success or failure. And one way that's going to help you overcome those walls is to ask for help. Now, for many people, and myself included, asking for help always seems from a position of weakness, and there's huge fears. And I'm going to share with you something that I learned last night when I was on the Deep Abyss monthly mastermind call with my good friend and mentor, Diane Hockman. And Diane was sharing the story about what happens when you hit a wall, and she hit a big wall in her business, and what helped her overcome it was getting over the fear of asking for help. And when she asked for help, people who she never thought would come to her aid came to her aid, and now she was able to overcome it, and she is now going to experience major success with that breakthrough. And I want to share with you right now a big wall that I am in the process of overcoming. Now, a lot of you may not know that I was born with only 50% of my hearing, and being able to talk on the phone has always been a challenge for me. I wound up having anxiety attacks of merely calling up and ordering a pizza on the phone. And I drove my college mates nuts, and I even drove my husband crazy because I was so afraid to talk on the phone. And I set a goal for myself this year that I wanted to be able to close better on the phone to increase my sales conversions for my business. And I set a goal for myself that I was going to do it in the first 30 days after setting this goal. Guess what? I didn't meet it. I mean, I attracted the right mentors, coaches. I did everything that I was told to do, and I didn't get the result. And then all of a sudden I hit this wall, and this painful memory from childhood came up. And it was like this. When I was 8 years old, I attended a Catholic school, and I was taught by a nun, Sister Dorothy. And I was learning how to do penmanship, and I was supposed to fold my paper into thirds, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I raised my hand to ask for help. And when I did, Sister Dorothy took my piece of paper, crumbled it up, threw it in my face, and said, "You don't ask for help for something like this. That is a sign of weakness. You should know how to do this," and sent me to the corner and was punished. And I was terrified. I cried the whole time. And I was so terrified to even tell my parents about this, because at this time, as a child of the 70s, okay, my mom and dad did not question the authority of religious figures, especially if they were teaching their kids. So I was just terrified that if I asked for help, that was a sign of weakness, and that if I did, I was going to be punished. Really, it was a negative perception that just stayed with me all my life. And so I adopted this attitude that I have to figure it out on my own. And so I did massive action, trying to do anything and everything to figure this out on my own, because I developed this intense fear of asking for help. And when I had this happen in my business 30 days ago, I was so afraid to raise my hand and ask my two mentors, who are absolutely wonderful people in the world. And I was terrified to raise my hand and say, "I need help." But on that mastermind call last night with Diane, she said, you know, when you raise your hand, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of meekness. That's the first beatitude in the Bible. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Meekness does not mean weakness. What meekness means is that you realize you can't do this on your own, and that there are times where you need to reach out and ask for help and guidance. and that is okay. So what I'm going to ask you today is, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help when you need it. Because when you do, you're going to find that there are going to be people there who are going to be more than willing to lend you that hand and give you that support and encouragement, extending that hand out to get you over the wall. Never be afraid to ask for help. Did you find this video helpful? Leave a comment and share. Make sure you like my Facebook fan page so you never miss another episode The Doctor Is In. And to be a part of this Deep Abyss Mastermind session, we meet the third Thursday of every month at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to abyss.drlisamthompson.com and you will get all the information to be a part of this amazing group. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of The Doctor Is In, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.